Hello and welcome, and hope you all are doing great. Today we are going to be looking at Angular gradient example in SwiftUI. So basically, the Angular gradient is a view, like the name suggests. It actually draws gradient, but with an angle. So you can actually define where the angle starts, start angle, and end angle for that view. Okay, so it takes certain parameters. So let's go ahead and create one, and we're gonna see how it works. So we're gonna simply create an array of colors first. So I'm gonna create of type color, and we are simply going to create some colors like maybe orange, blue, pink, yellow, and red. Okay, and then for the body, we're going to create an angular gradient like so. Okay, now if you notice, angular gradient takes four different overloads. Now these two are same. Okay, and I believe that's basically an error. So let's go ahead and look inside the definition itself and find out. So I'm just gonna go into the definition. We'll let it load. Okay, there we go. Okay, so as you can see, it's available since iOS 13 plus. So since the SwiftUI announced it's been supported, that's actually important to note in case you're building something out that needs iOS 13 support, but it became available in iOS 14. Then you need to pay attention and put that availability check in place. But for this Angular gradient, you should be fine. And if you notice, there are only two initializers. So what I'm seeing in my Xcode could be a bug where I'm seeing like two extra. Okay, so that is good to verify. Now we're gonna create our gradient first. So this Angular gradient, first argument it takes is basically a gradient. So we're gonna create gradients and pass colors that we have created right here. And then this is the center. Basically, center is a unit point type, which has two types of values. So you can either provide a unit point, so you can simply say unit point, and you can provide x and y value where you want your angle to start. So for our example, let's start with x and y 0.75 and 0.75. Next argument is start angle. Now start angle is basically the angle from where the gradient is going to begin. Okay, and if you don't specify this, it's going to be 0. Okay, so we will actually use a degree, and we're gonna say we want to start our angle at 90 degree. Okay, for the end angle, I'm gonna take the Xcode suggested value of 180, and we're gonna basically come back and modify that. For the frame, I'm gonna give it a width and height of maybe 200 by 200, and remove the alignment. And let's go ahead and resume the preview. Okay, it may take a little bit to load the preview. Well, it didn't take that much time, so okay, that's good. All right, so as you can see, this is our angular gradient. Now let me change this color to something a little bit more vibrant, a little bit change from like what we have here, because here we have red and it's sort of like okay, so there we go. So as you can see, our center is slightly off from center, so 0.75 appears here, and I can show you that you can change this. So for example, you can say 0.25 on the y-axis and it's going to move up. Now That is one way to change the center for the unit point. You can also select one of the enumeration value for the unit point, and there are several of them. So you have bottom, bottom leading, bottom trailing, center leading, top, top leading, top trailing, trailing, and 0. Okay, so let's take top trailing first. So you're gonna see how it's actually moved at the top right corner, and if you want to change that to just top, it's gonna move at the center. So the left half is gonna be gradient, and this is gonna be one of the color, like the first color. Okay, this also depends upon your angle, what color is gonna come. So let's play with our angle a little bit. So as you can see, if I say 300 here, there are only two angles or two colors visible, because that actually comes around for that 300. And if you change this to 360, that angle changes. Now possibilities are unlimited here, what you can actually do with these colors. And you can start with 0 to give this, like sort of like a light beam effect. But yeah, they're all like in a lot of ways. You can configure this and play around with it to see which one actually fits your need. Okay, so this was the one of the first initializers. So let me take the other initializer. So let's take the other initializer, and we are going to take the one that is that takes center and angle. Okay, so this one right here, and we're gonna create gradient that takes colors. So we're gonna give our colors center. Let's give it center, and for the angle, we're gonna start with 90 degrees. Okay, so this is what it looks like in the center, and if you change this, so you're gonna see how it actually changes. If you notice how it's actually rotating from its angle, right? And you can even say 0 right here, and that's going to be the 0 angle. Okay, so that's the other initializer that's present basically for you to apply on Angular gradient. Now once again, if the angle is not given, then by default it is 0. So no effect is applied. Okay, and yeah, so that's all about Angular gradient. So hope you guys enjoyed this video, and thanks again for watching.